what's the deal, son? What's the deal, everybody? Got 45 kids at the next table getting high. I'm stoned. Where am I? It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper Heavy V up in the limousine. I used to let my tape rock till my tape pop. Where'd it go? I don't know. What's poppin', everybody? What's the deal, son? What's the deal? Good morning. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Look at my watch. This is at it looks like an iPhone watch, and it's technically not. So what I did was, and you can check out the video online, I made a video about it. An Apple Watch, I think I bought like 10 or 12 for my employees over the years. An Apple Watch is $400 or $500. This thing was 30, and the band was like 8. So it's a iPod Nano from 2010. Get the little iPad Nano out. They used to clip it on your shirt, play your music, and run around and do your thing. And that's what it was. So, iPad Nano. Right here. What?
That's a baguette for you to eat.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's the guy who had his food thrown at him yesterday. He just brought me a big-ass baguette. A huge baguette, which I will be enjoying. In fact, the pastries that he tried to give yesterday were delicious. Him and his lady friend are sitting over there. I just had a nice discussion with them. Anyways, very kind, very, very nice man. The woman says she was extremely hurt, absolutely devastated when her food that she bought was thrown at her. I'm going to address this for the very last time, because I have no hard feelings at all. Yesterday, Joe and I had a disagreement that abruptly ended our show. I want to first start by saying Joe is an amazing, good, kind man. I have seen Joe do a lot of nice things for a lot of people. And, you know, as Joe always says, he don't have no contract with me and I don't have no contract with him. We're just two dudes from the same neighborhood doing a show, trying to spread a little love and fun. We don't charge nothing. We come out here and we do the show. With that said, yesterday someone came up, gave him some pastries. I take full responsibility for what happened after that. Whether I handled myself accordingly or with respect or whatever, I take full responsibility. Because one of my biggest pet peeves is a thank you. Thank you, oh my God, thank you. I don't know what I said to this person when he just gave me the baguette, but I promise you it was followed with a very nice, oh my God, thank you. And when Joe didn't say thank you yesterday, I just said to Joe, why you didn't say thank you? Because the people were looking at us, they're at the table right there, and they didn't give it to me, so I should have kept my mouth shut. I felt I was projecting. I felt uncomfortable, so I let him know. And apparently it embarrassed Joe. And that, we're fine up until that point. We're fine. And Joe can get mad at me. In fact, he should. Joe's been mad at me before. I say stupid stuff, or I poke the bear, or crack my little jokes. Joe's very patient. He knows I'm just a nice guy full of shit. It wasn't anything to do with me. This argument had nothing to do with me. I just was very discouraged and upset when he threw the food that those people gave me, at the people. When I caught up with the lady, she was in tears. I said, I'm sorry. So why did you do it? I didn't. I had a very nice conversation with them a few minutes ago, and they hold no ill will towards me or Joe, I guess. They seem very distraught about what happened. Anyways, I have absolutely no ill will towards Joe. Joe's one of the greatest guys in the world, right? So don't get in my comments bashing him. You want to bash me? I've had 2 or 3 people bash me. In fact, I had a guy get in there yesterday. He says, oh, that's what you do, Boogie Bob. Finally got your wish, Boogie Bob. And he said some stupid shit. And I said, oh, I'm going to tear him a new asshole. I typed this really great response. You're a douchebag, piece of crap, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, you loser douche. And I go to send it, it doesn't send. I'm like, what the hell? Why won't it send? It turns out Rev blocked the guy before I can insult him back. So I didn't get a chance to insult the guy who insulted me. I met Joe about 2 years ago right here in the park. Just a nice dude sitting out here feeding the pigeons. He asked me what I was doing. I said I had a show. Come on the show. He came on the show, and it was great. It's not like, Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin breaking up. It's just, we just had differences of opinion, and I have no ill will at all. In fact, I came out here to see him today to apologize and give him his money. But we're going to continue on with the Boogie Bobs, going in a different direction. Now I'm going to have strippers. Male strippers. So, I don't think Joe would have liked male strippers anyways, to be honest. I do appreciate all the kind words. Let's try to keep it positive, and let's get on with the show. So last time I addressed it, Joe's amazing. Where's Joe? Look at this. 5 years. 5 years they went after Hunter Biden. Hunter, there he is holding a gun. What a douchebag. By the way, you guys think I'm a fan of Hunter Biden? The answer is no. He's a self-admitted crack addict, recovering. Hopefully he recovers and gets on with his life. Maybe it was hard having, a brother die of cancer, an Army war hero, being discharged from the Army, having your dad be the president, vice president, and a congressman and senator for years, and now the president. Maybe that's a lot to make anybody do that. I don't know. I'm not making excuses. There he is holding a gun. There's a selfie. Here's his penis over here. Anyways, long story short, they went after him for 5 years. Oh, he did this, he did that. And the person that went after him was a prosecutor that was appointed by Trump. They found nothing. You know what they got him for? They got him for a gun. He was not supposed to own a gun. Got a gun. That's a misdemeanor. Then they got him for taxes. But they didn't get him for not paying his taxes. They got him for paying his taxes late. If that's a crime, I'm going to prison tomorrow. I'm late every year. I pay him, but I'm late. The guy's late paying his taxes. What's that about? I just saw someone say, hi, Carrie. Is Carrie in here? Where's Carrie? Oh, there's Carrie. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I'm going to show you something. This is a Boogie Bob exclusive. Oh boy, did I delete it yesterday? I hope I didn't. I think I did. Damn it. Give me a second. I got a Carrie exclusive in here. I might have to download it again tomorrow. I think she knows what I'm talking about. I have a video. It's my favorite video on YouTube. And I didn't even shoot it. I don't think I would have taken it out of my phone if I didn't have I run out of room on this damn phone all the time. I had a really close friend named Pretty Black. He was a very famous rapper. And he performed with Choppa for making the band, platinum artist, inside of Carrie's store. I'm sorry, this is taking a long time. Guys, I don't have it. I'm very upset about that because I actually loaded it in here. And I have so many videos and stuff in my phone, I must have took it out. Carrie, it'll be up tomorrow. We will do the why you hating on me? It's insane. Very beautiful video. Hip hop. Some of you have to plug your ears because there's a few curse words in there. Anyway, let's get into the news. Here's where I was yesterday when the news abruptly halted. BB Rexa, she was on my show just 2 weeks ago. BB Rexa, multi-platinum artist on the little tiny Boogie Bob show. I brought to her concert. She has that song, I'm Good. Tonight is the night of my life. I'm gonna have the motherfucking time of my life. She's singing on stage. Look at this. Some moron throws his phone. He didn't say, hey, here's my phone. He threw his phone like a baseball. Cracked her head open. She got stitches. There she is getting cracked in the face with a damn phone. Who does that? Oh my God, you're my favorite artist. Let me throw my cell phone into your face. Crack! He was arrested for a felony assault. How'd they catch him? Well, he threw his cell phone at her. The detective was like, how do we ever catch who did this? I know, let me look. Oh, it's John Simpson. Dumb moron hit her right in the face, ruined the show. She had to be taken off the stage. Pop star BB Rexa was pelted in the face by a cell phone launched at her from the crowd during a concert. Where at? Well, that's the South Street Seaport right here in New York City, right by my house. 33-year-old Brooklyn native was on stage moving towards the audience while performing at the Rooftop Pier 17. That was my account for about 1 hour. I think they hated my presentation. The phone was hurled directly into her face, striking her in the upper left cheek and below the eye. The phone pelter suspect was quickly identified by cops and arrested Nicholas Malvagna, who was charged with assault and aggravated harassment. Malvagna from where? Jersey. Was freed without bail. She actually hit the ground for 30 seconds, laying there on the ground. How stupid did he feel for those 30 seconds? Like, oh, yo, this shit's popping. I love this. Who crack? Oh, shit. Why did I do that? What you got to do is do a Homer Simpson. Start sliding out. Like. All right. Tonight is the night of my life. These guys caught a $3.5 million marlin. Look at the size of this. They're all high-fiving. They won the tournament. First of all, they killed a beautiful big-ass fish, but okay. They won the tournament. They're all on the boat high-fiving. They got this monstrous 619-pound marlin. Well, that won them $3.5 million for about 40 minutes. They were disqualified. Hi, Rob H. What's poppin'? Hi, Nyan. Hi, Rev. They were disqualified because it turns out a shark at some point in the past had bitten this fish. And if a fish like this was bit by a shark in the past, it is no longer deemed a catchable fish for whatever reason. This shark took the bite out of one crew member's dream of winning a high-stakes $3.5 million fishing tournament when the massive marlin they reeled in was disqualified by tournament officials. I think those officials didn't want to kick up that $3 million. Yo, Playboy, is that yours?
Thank you.
All good. I don't think they wanted to kick up the $3.5 million. Guy just left the wallet full of cash on his chair. Take it. What'd I say? Is that yours? He got his wallet back. I see the greenback sticking out the cracks of his wallet. He just got up, started walking away. Do the right thing. Always do the right thing. It was determined that the 619-pound blue marlin is disqualified due to mutilation caused by a shark or another marine mammal in the past. Well, it could have been a little tiny marlin 15 years ago. Got bit, got a big ass scar on it. $3.5 million. Slipped through his damn fingers. I don't like this story. New York kin road horror. Just that alone, I don't like it. Brother veers, sister, and 2 kids dead. An upstate New Yorker man tragically killed his sister when he abruptly veered into oncoming traffic before fatally crashing into her vehicle. I gotta run that back. I gotta run it back. A brother driving his car. An upstate New York man tragically killed his sister when he abruptly veered into oncoming traffic before fatally crashing into her vehicle. Dahlia Klink, 24, and 2 minors were also killed in the crash after a 2005 Ford Focus they were in collided head-on with a 2006 Dodge Ram operated by her brother, Evan Klink. What a douchebag. He was treated for injuries. Oh, he lived. He lived. Molly Kibber, 6, and 17-year-old Havana Lopez were pronounced dead at the scene. Talia Klink succumbed to her injuries on Sunday at the Erie County Medical Center. A 4-year-old passenger in the Ford was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. A passenger in the Dodge, 19-year-old. He abruptly swerved. They're still piecing together the crash, how it unfolded, but witnesses said that Evan Klink abruptly went into oncoming lane. It was unknown if he made the sudden maneuver on purpose. Oh, there's my sister. Let me go say hi. That's what he did. Douchebag. Tonight is the night of my life, and I'm gonna crack, hit in the face with a phone.
Well, is AJ going from the house?
Y'all having a good time? Hunter Biden, this is the kind of selfies he takes. Bro, when I take a selfie, and I'm gonna send a selfie to one of my lady friends. First of all, I don't do no dick pics because I got blackmailed one time. Don't send no dick pics. Second of all, it took me about 55 shots before I got the dick pic right. I had to get the shading and the girth. This is the kind of picture this moron takes. I'm strung out on crack. Let me take a picture and send it to someone. Somebody sent that to the National Enquirer. They were like, yo, I'm sitting on a couple hundred racks. It's not a sweetheart deal. Everybody, every single prosecutor in the country actually says, now the Republicans are losing their mind. I knew it. I knew it. It's a sweetheart deal. He should have got prison. He paid his taxes twice late, and he got caught with a gun that he admitted to having. Everybody is saying prosecutor saying most people would not even get, who's gonna, and none of you paid your taxes late? How many of you went to jail for that? I am not a Hunter Biden fan. I'm a fan of right and wrong. These are the kind of pictures he takes. He should go to jail just for his selfie pictures. What a moron. Look, jail time for similar crimes. Okay, this is how they phrase it. Well, that's Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes didn't have a similar crime. He didn't pay his taxes late twice. He didn't pay his taxes. Wesley Snipes was convicted of 3 misdemeanor counts of failing to file tax returns. Hunter filed them. He just filed them late. Mike the Situation. It's another celebrity. Mike the Situation, know him from Jersey Shore. He didn't pay taxes. Him and his brother did autograph shows, and they would hide the money in their sock. Mike, I love what you do on the show. I'd like to have you do an autograph signing for $40,000 cash. Yeah, make it cash, no checks. Got caught. Like $8 million worth. That's the same? I don't know. I just get tired of it. Both sides. I'm not Republican or Democrat. Both sides do the shitters. And then morons eat it up. Somebody just read that and goes, did you hear that Wesley Snipes went to jail, but not Hunter Biden? They did the same exact same thing. It's not the same. It's not even close. Not even anywhere near it. Well, Wesley Snipes is black. They're out to get him. Which might be true. Federal judge in Long Island has Thursday ordered that the identities of the people who put Representative George Santos, the bigger liar on the planet, the biggest liar on the planet, George Santos, $500,000. They gave him $500,000 to become a congressman. And then they want their names hidden. Well, the judge has cleared the way to say, we want to know who did it. Tom Slemmer's in the house. Everybody stop what you're doing. Because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. Tom Slemmer. I was so happy to talk to you on the phone yesterday. I was very happy to dedicate the show to your beloved mom. Everybody here feels the way I do. We send our prayers, our condolences to you, to your beautiful mother. God bless her. To your father, who I've known for 40 some odd years, my man Slammer. Hey, what happened, brother? Hey, brother. He still owes me like $10. One time he told me that Mike Tyson is too small. Mike Tyson was like 16-0 as a professional. I read him on Sports Illustrated. Your dad was a boxing fan. I went to your dad. I said, yo, this Mike Tyson kid's going to be heavyweight champion. Oh, come on. Too small. 215 pounds. Too small. It'll never be nothing. Your dad owes me $10 since 1984, compounded daily with interest. $8 million he owes me. $8 million. We pray, Tom, that you and your family have each other to lean on in this tough time. I've been through it with my mom and my dad, and many in here watching have been through it. And it does get easier, and if you focus on those beautiful memories that you shared together, and you look around and you see all the children and grandchildren who have been directly affected by her kindness, her beauty, and her warmth, I think that would make it a much better situation for you. God bless you, my friend. Okay, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go from such a poignant, beautiful thing to this. Come on, bro. Come on, son. I woke up this morning. I prayed all night for the 5 people in this damn Titanic submarine. They heard banging. Several separate planes heard banging on the bottom of the ocean floor somewhere. You guys have to remember, if you look up at the Empire State Building, 10 Empire State Buildings on top of each other is how deep they are. Can you imagine? 10. 15,000 feet, 2 miles. 2 miles deep. And now it's twice the size of Pennsylvania. It's this huge area. And the odds are astronomical. They're going to make a movie of this, I'm sure, especially if it has a good ending. I'm praying that it does. They were hearing banging, metallic banging at 30-minute intervals, which is something that because there's a lot of noises on the bottom of the ocean. There's garbage down there, there's whales, there's fish, there's different, there could be a boat going by and some guy fixing his engine, smacking it with a hammer. It could be a lot of stuff. They're hoping that the noises they heard are these 5 men in a tin can at the bottom of the damn ocean where it's pitch black. I pray that they catch it. They're running out of oxygen. In fact, I think tonight is the last night. But let's continue to pray that they make it through this horrible, horrible situation. Here's how small it is, bro. There's no bathroom on board. You just, I think this guy's up there taking a poop in a bucket. But here's you guys. Hey, I can't stand sitting next to my homies like this. What you been doing, Tom? Hey, Jim. How's the football game? I hope that you're. Can't do it. Give me 5 minutes. I'm out. You ever go to the movie theater, guys? You ever go to the movie theater with your homies and you keep a seat between the two of you? 5 guys go to the movies and there's a gap here and then a gap there and you're like, hey Steve, how do you like the movie down there? I ain't trying to sit by nobody at the movie theater, bro. I need my elbow room. Titanic expedition, Michael Harris to Fox News. Worst situation is something happened to the hull. It might have imploded. That could very well happen. Because the pressure is 4,000. It would, like if you dropped a can of soup, by the time it got there, it'd just be crushed into nothingness. So the pressure down there is 400 pounds per square inch. Nothing could survive it. So there's no electronics in this thing. They control the whole thing by a controller. Hey Jimmy. Jimmy's back. I'm not the. This sickens me, to be honest with you. This might be the worst thing I've ever read. It rips my guts out. This is actor Jonathan. What the hell's his last? Majors. Jonathan Majors. He got arrested for assaulting his girlfriend about 2 months ago. But that's not what this story is about. That's not what upsets me the most. What upsets me the most is that's Megan Good holding his hand. That's my shorty. Very, very unhappy about that. Where the hell was he when this picture was taken? Hold on. I thought we had something. I waited her out. She was married to a pastor. I waited 11 years for him to get his ass out of there. Look at us. Look at how cute we could have been together. What's her problem? I don't even blame her. I blame him. I think he might have kidnapped her. It's Megan Good. It's the baddest in New York State. They call her Megan Good. I call her Megan Great. I have talked to you about this till I'm blue in the face. Now, I was blue in the face, but that was in college. This e-bike, I told you yesterday, this channel was never about the news. I use the news as a backdrop to sit and do. I'm still going to do my walk and talks. In fact, I'll be doing them more often, taking you around New York City. But I do the news so I can just keep you in the loop of what's going on. E-bikes, these electronic bikes. Tom Schlemmer, you got kids, grandkids out there, the neighbor, the next door neighbor, they get these e-bikes, get them out of there. What happens is the e-bikes, electronic bikes, have a battery in them and the battery explodes. The battery burns. Hold on a second. see my next ex. You're sound asleep and a e-bike battery starts burning. In New York, all the buildings are connected. So you're over here sleeping, there's an e-bike burning here, and next thing you know, you're engulfed. Last night, 4 people killed. It's 130 something already in the last year that have been. 4 people were killed and 2 others left clinging to life. Could be 6 killed. When an explosive fire ripped through Lower Manhattan building housing an e-bike store. If you're in a building that has an e-bike store, get the hell out. It's a matter of time till it gets you, bro. An official determined the blaze was caused by a lithium battery blowing up. An 85-year-old man, his 74-year-old wife, a 71-year-old man, and a 62-year-old woman died in the inferno. All elderly folks. In addition, an 80-year-old woman, an 80-year-old man, 65-year-old woman were left clinging to life. Horrible smoke inhalation. Those fires are absolutely horrible. Another dad trading the life for his daughter. Any dad would. We would think any dad would give his life for his child. We had one in a fireman last week. This week it's a rafting accident. Dustin Harker, a Kansas doctor and a father of 13. I haven't even done this 13 times. I'm 60 years old. How the hell do you have 13 kids? God bless him. A father of 13. First of all, he looked too damn young to be a father at 13 and a doctor. He died after he saved his daughter in a whitewater rafting accident in Colorado. Dr. Dustin Harker, a neurologist at the Hutchinson's Clinics, was rafting with some of his children and a group of friends on June 9th at the Arkansas River when their boat flipped over. Everyone struggled to get above water. Everyone struggled to get above water, Harker's sister-in-law, Sharon Nee Young, told the Hutchinson News. In the tumult, Dustin threw the capsized raft off his youngest daughter, who was trapped underneath. Everyone made it to shore, but Harker was seriously injured. The rafting group leaders administered CPR for 30 minutes in an effort to resuscitate him. The autopsy showed he suffered 2 cerebral hemorrhages. They suspect his head crashed against a rock. Saved the life of his little girl and who knows how many other people on that boat. Donald Trump, he told you. He's the one who came up with the vaccine. I think he invented it in his Mar-a-Lago kitchen. But he invented the vaccine. But now they're telling him, yo, your guys don't like, your base doesn't believe in the vaccine or that COVID was even real. So now he's no longer talking about it. He won't say COVID works. He said it one time, last time when he was running for the election. He said, yeah, I brought you the jab and it worked great. They booed him. He never brought it up again. Panda Express is in the news, and this ain't good. A pregnant Panda Express employee says that the manager at her New Jersey location told her to get an abortion and then physically assaulted her after she said she wouldn't. Romarian Logan, 19, alleged that her state lawsuit filed last week, now this is her side of the story, ordeal became in the hands of BioKing Lee, a supervisor of the Chinese franchise. Logan accused Panda Express higher-ups of ignoring her complaints. Oh boy. Guys, be careful. Here comes the crazy guy. I have to focus.
I'm picking him up.
I know, but you know what? If we wasn't here,
I have to focus. This guy's insane. Nobody saying nothing. Hopefully he keeps walking by and doesn't see. He is stopped. He is looking at me. I am acting like I don't see him. He is leering at me. Oh boy. Please leave. He's harassing this girl. Alright. That was a close call. He ain't left. He's just no longer leering. He was doing this. Right at me. He's now sitting down.
they'll probably want to see her like Monday or Tuesday going down.
She accused higher-ups of Panda Express of not listening to her complaint. The expectant mother, who was 18 at the time, broke her good news to her supervisor last July. Oh my God, I'm pregnant. Can you believe it? It's good news, I think. But her boss made negative comments and suggested she gets an abortion right away. 3 months later, her boss assaulted her by physically restraining her from leaving the workplace after her shift. Again, this is her side of the story. Ketchup. Where's Ketchup? Where's Ketchup? A flight in free fall. You ever been on a flight and you get a little bit of turbulence? You're like, oh shit, it's horrible. Try having it dive 1,000 feet. That'd be the worst roller coaster ride you've ever been on in your life. A mother of two was terrified she and her family were going to die on a British Airways flight rocked by turbulence that made the plane completely free fall. Jade Crossland, 31. I wonder if she's suing. I went to Burger King yesterday. I got a Whopper, and I didn't like the pickle. I'm thinking about pressing a lawsuit. 5 crew members were seriously hurt during the horror at 30,000 feet. Guys, if you're on an airplane and other people get hurt, you got hurt too. That's my law advice for you today. Mr. Boogie, you were on a plane from Chicago. 13 people were seriously injured on that plane. And they got bad back injuries. But you seem to be okay. How's your back? Oh, it hurts! It hurts also! I can't get erections anymore. My wife is really upset also. Mentally. She's, and I feel insecure about my life. It is, they don't never give you a lot of money for the physical. Oh, you hurt your back? You'll be fine. Here's 20 grand. It's this. It's the mental. They get you for the mental. The man accused of fatally stabbing an ex-con strap hanger after the rider allegedly punched him in his face. Remember the guy punched? He punched a guy and his girl in the face, and the guy who got punched stabbed him. I say, if somebody punches me and my girl in the face, someone's getting stabbed. That's just how that works. I'm sorry. Let the lawyers sort it out later. A man accused of fatally stabbing an ex-con strap hanger after the rider allegedly punched him and his girlfriend in the face told the Post Tuesday that he had been going to church and just trying to get through day by day. Doped up after 4th train slay, a homeless man accused of brutally stabbing a different strap hanger. Every story on the train is a strap hanger. I've never hacked a strap and stranged a hanger. I've never strapped hangers. I'm not going to do that story. I don't care. Shoplifter stabs CVS guard. CVS is like a little 7-Eleven. It's oh boy, there's Joe's buddy behind me. CVS. Hey, bro. CVS is a little convenience store. A shoplifter stabbed a 63-year-old security guard in the face on Monday on the Upper East Side CVS, where the workers was just told to be extra friendly in hopes of potential shoplifters will think twice about stealing. That's their whole detour. They're going to deter you by being nice. Man, I'm hungry. I'm going to go in and steal some chips. Oh, sir, you look really great. You don't even look hungry. You look handsome. Oh, I'm not going to steal now. Being extra nice doesn't make anyone not steal. I think it makes them steal more. I think if you stood at the door like this, I wish a bitch would steal some shit on my ship. Oh, I want to punch someone in that bitch ass face. I think you would probably get less shoplifters that way. I don't know. Call me crazy. The armed thief was swiping an electronic razor and other shaving items from the shelf and stashing them in his backpack on 86th Street. When the guard tried to stop him, the suspect whipped out a knife and stabbed him below his left eye. The wounded worker was taken to Cornell Hospital. The thief got away with about $400 worth of stuff. And then he got on a train where he was a strap hanger. The store staffer, who did not want to be identified, told the Post employees aren't supposed to physically interfere with anyone stealing. There's a rule that we cannot put our hands on shoplifters. We just have to be extra friendly to make sure they don't steal. Sir, I noticed you put a bunch of stuff in your backpack. How are you feeling today, sir? You look good. Going to the gym? Sir, could I interest you in putting that stuff back? This is the creep who went on a stabbing spree on the subway. Stabbed 4 different people. They got him. Here he is. When he was jumping the turnstile yesterday, I said, he'll be caught. I told y'all, he'll be caught. There he is. He changed his clothes and put a mask on. That ain't from COVID, bro. That's because he dresses nice. When I go out stabbing people, I usually don't dress that nice, but he seems to have a flair. Oh boy. If anybody knows her number, I just need to call her. It's kind of important. It's a time-sensitive issue. It's a time-sensitive issue. I need to talk to her. This is sad. At 13, Kayla chose an operation she cannot reverse. I think Kayla used to be Ken. Cut the dick off. Now Kayla's like, oh, wait a minute. You can't put it back on, bruh. Our columnist says we need to stop letting kids like Kayla, she's now 18, make adult decisions when they're 13. I believe that if they're going to have major surgery like that, they should probably be an adult. I didn't know. At 13, I thought I was going to be an astronaut. And I wasn't an astronaut until I turned 30. So that was crazy. Sex drives kill woke San Francisco eatery. I'm not doing that. A bold and brash restaurant run by a queer, black... You used to not be able to say queer. I guess now... I have a lot of gay places in the neighborhood. They're all queer, called queer. Come to my queer art show. Come to my... In school, they played Smear the Queer. I always thought that was really mean and nasty. A bold and brash restaurant run by a queer black chef in Oakland closed amid claims of sexual harassment from its largely LGBTQ plus staff. Hi Felicia. Oh, now that's a cute name. Instead of Bye Felicia, they named it Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia, famed for its $195 tasting menu and vulgar fine dining, was created to be woke and radically inclusive, but its owner, Imana, didn't always promote those values, according to former employees who spoke to the San Francisco Chronicle. One employee named Dawn, they put her name out there, they put her on blast. A cook who identifies as non-binary said they felt harassed by Imana, allegedly made several comments about their body and genitalia. I just wanted to say that I'm glad you work for me here. You're doing a great job. I love you. The customers love you. Your food is delicious. Plus your balls are nice. Can't do that. Can't do that. It's been 1,000 times where I've been at work. I'm friends with all my work. 1,000 times where I've been at work, I got a badass shorty working out. I go, girl, them pants is crazy on you, girl. You're about to kill somebody up in here. And I thought, oh, it's a lawsuit. Can't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Girl, your boobs are really nice today. Getting sued. Can't do it. Don't do it. Lassoed mid-flight. A 19-year-old Korean man was lassoed. You know what a lasso is? That's what the cowboy has the rope and he throws it around the cow's foot. He lassoed him. A 19-year-old Korean man was lassoed and restrained after he tried to open a plane door mid-flight after complaining about the pressure on his chest. You're just sitting on a plane relaxing and some douchebag gets pressure on his chest, so he want to rip the door open. I said let him rip it open and put your seatbelt on and let him get sucked out. That wasn't nice. I apologize. Without Joe here, I have no restraint, so I say some crazy stuff. A passenger began panicking about an hour after takeoff from the Philippines aboard Jeju Airlines from Seoul. Jeju officials said the flight crew moved him to a front row to keep an eye on him. But then he charged towards them and charged towards the emergency door. He was immediately subdued by the crew, who used a lasso rope and tie wraps to keep him controlled. Fire department. Credit creep. I don't like it. I can tell you already, I don't like where it's going. A Manhattan firefighter swiped credit cards from a dead man during an EMS call. Can you imagine? Rev, can you imagine? A firefighter goes to an emergency medical situation. Jim, he didn't make it. I checked his pulse. He's not breathing. So there's really only one thing to do. I'm going to take his credit cards. He then went on a spending spree with them the next day. He got AirPods at Target. Silas McKenzie, 33, where at? The Bronx, who had been working for the fire department for 4 years, pulled off the sickening scheme while responding to a 911 call of an unresponsive man in Manhattan on East 50th, literally a couple blocks from here. On the night of January 11th, the resident was pronounced dead at the scene, the district attorney said the press release, but the alleged that didn't stop McKenzie. The accused rogue firefighter left the dead man's Turtle Bay apartment, and as other first responders were in the midst of sealing the home, it was discovered that the dead man's credit cards were missing. McKenzie spent the next morning between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. traveling around various stores trying to use the man's cards to the tune of $1,123. He's thinking the man's dead, he don't need it. He went to Sunoco gas station, food bazaar, supermarket, and Target. I'm glad he didn't go to the dildo show. How do you explain that one? Okay, I did steal AirPods, and I did fill up my gas tank, but those dildos weren't mine. Those were not mine. That was... He charged $250 in merchandise from stores in the Bronx, attempted to buy $800 more worth of stuff. He was arraigned last week on a slew of charges, including grand larceny. The defendant, a firefighter in New York City Fire Department, allegedly stole an American Express card from the and a MasterCard while responding to the 911 call. He went to various stores all over the Bronx. There went a big-ass rat right across my shoe. A guy dies, and you take his credit cards and go shopping. I've already said, when I die, the people who come into my apartment, they're going to take all my watches. I already know. Jimmy's gone. What can we do? Listen, you go outside and put him in the ambulance. I'm going to go in here and make a phone call. And then I'm going to... oh, they're going to load up. They're going to load up. Jim, that's a nice new watch. I've had it. I've had it a long time. It's from my cousin. I brought you this at the top of the show. It's Rebe Rexa. It's on my show, a Boogie Bob exclusive. I brought you her whole concert. Tonight, on the night of my life, and I'll have the best effing time of my life. There she is with a big ass bandage on her eye, and here's the dickhead who threw the phone. He wanted a selfie. These crazy people over here harassing everybody. I've ducked it so far. I've been pretty lucky. The man who hurled his cell phone at pop star Bebe Rexha's face while she performed in Manhattan told the cops he was just trying to take part in a TikTok trend. I think listen, I'm not one of these woke guys. I think TikTok should be torn down. I'm not kidding right now. If I said, oh, I want to start the slap an old lady challenge, all you got to do is walk up to a first random old lady and see it, slap her. And you film it. Every moron on the planet would be doing it. Hey, I'm in the old lady slap challenge. Slap. Got a crazy guy over there. He's insane. It's a TikTok trend where you throw your phone onto stage and a celebrity passes it and takes selfies. He didn't throw his cell phone on stage. He threw it. You want to toss your phone up? I don't got no problem with it. I really don't. He didn't do that, bro. He threw it from 50 feet away and hit her dead in the eye. He didn't toss it. He threw it. He should go to prison. I thought she was looking in my direction. I was about 2 rows back, but instead of my phone landing right next to her, my phone hit her in the face. But according to a criminal complaint, he said, I was trying to see if I could hit her with the phone at the end of the show because it would be funnier that way. The suspect's comments surfaced while he was arraigned on assault, aggravated harassment attempt. Of course he's saying he was tossing it. He didn't toss it, bro. He threw it. There's a toss and there's a throw. She was hospitalized with stitches in her face. Malvagna grabbed onto the TikTok claim to explain his client's actions, saying during the hearing that it was due to an unfortunate trend. It's not. Lots of people toss their phones on stage. Harry Styles will pick it up, take a click, and even if you don't get your phone back, all you do is get a new phone and you look in your cloud and there's your picture of the selfie. As a fan, his sole intention was to have Miss Rexa take photos with his phone and return it as a keepsake. It was never his intent to hurl the phone and crack her face open with it. Teen held in kid shooting. A 16-year-old boy was charged Tuesday in connection with a broad daylight shooting of Brooklyn last month that wounded 2 teenagers. 35 years in killer rap beef. Former rapper and online hip-hop podcaster Taxstone was slapped with 35 years in prison. Oh, he's gonna sell a lot of records now. Too bad he won't be able to spend the money. For his infamous 2016 Irving Plaza shooting. I was supposed to be there that night. Thank God I did not. 2 or 3 rappers were caught up in it. Brooklyn-born rapper whose real name is Daryl Campbell was ordered to serve the sentence in state prison, followed by 5 years of post-release supervision in the killing of Ronald Banga. His name was Banga. There was another one. Troy Ave was there as well. Friend and bodyguard in Campbell's nemesis, rapper Troy Ave, a.k.a. Ronald Collins. Daryl Campbell used a firearm to target his rival. You're going to shoot him inside Irving Plaza. What a moron. Don't tell him I called him a moron. I don't want him to... He's already proved that he's trigger happy, and I definitely don't think he's a moron. I think he's probably a pretty great guy. He's very, very good looking, and I like his music. Dude, we're doing 3, and that's it. I'm doing 3. I want you to send positive vibes through the phone. Today, whose number will I pick? I want you to pretend that this is a $100 million lotto spin, and you're going to win $100,000 if I... Sagittarius, RJ, you just won 100 million blowjobs. Congratulations. They're from guys, so I can't pick sad, but you cash them in whenever you want. Sag, Capricorn, and Cancer. Sag, Cap, Cancer. Cancer. You may be desperate to start something new, but don't just throw yourself at it with no thought or planning. The sun's move into your sign today is an omen of lasting success, but for best results, you must take life a step at a time. I had Sag. Who else did I have? I had Sag, Cancer, and who? Rev, help me out here. Was it Capricorn? Sagittarius, Cancer, and a third one. I might have to spin the wheel again if no one fesses up to what it was. Capricorn. It was Cap. That's no Cap. Capricorn, you will have to take other people's needs into consideration every step of the way over the next few weeks. It may take time to be tedious and having to wait for them to catch up with you, but make the effort anyway. It will pay off in the long run. And last but not least, Sagittarius, don't worry if you get the feeling that you are being left out of things today. It may indeed be true, but there is nothing personal or negative about it. In fact, it could be useful in that it will free up spare time to do what interests you. That is. Ain't gonna be no birthdays. I'm gonna end it here because it's 4 o'clock. I am going to say, I started this channel to make people happy. I understand that that is not always easy. I talk too much. I curse here and there. Have this extra long penis that a lot of guys are really unhappy and jealous about. Huge girth. I talk about balls all the time and blowjobs and stupid stuff that offends some people. It's very hard to be straight down the middle and offend no one. I would very much like this show to be remembered as a show where I try really hard to make a difference in my life by being kind to other people. Sometimes I fail at that. Sometimes I annoy people. But there's not one person in here that can say I purposely hurt anyone. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to understand that life is short and whatever you do with your life is fine. My life is going to be spent in the service of others. And if I hit the lottery, I'll be able to do that big. Right now, I got nothing. So all I got is jokes and a couple sandwiches, a Big Mac, some cookies here and there. I don't got a lot to give, but what I do have is yours. I will never be unkind or unpleasant to anyone ever on purpose. If I offend anyone by my attitude or my vocalness, or it's New York City, it's very easy to want to punch people in the face. I want to punch 4 of you right now. Karina, you're not one of them. And Jason, you're not one of them. Treat, no. Valerie, Rev Hernandez. I do want to thank Joe Hernandez for his beautiful phone call last night. I want to thank Bone Man for his beautiful phone call last night. That means a lot to me. I want to thank all of the emails and stuff that I got. I want to thank Joe for, Jordan Joe, for his kind contribution to the world. I pray that he continues to do so. And this is in no way a smear on him. It's just time that the show went this way. I will come back with an iteration that's better. I will try to restructure things. Look, I did this last night. Here's my new thing. Now it's old, but I shortened it. I made it better. Oh, look. Hold on. I tried to make it better. I don't know if I did. I'm going to be doing new segments and more walk-in talks. And we will see. It's much shorter now, but I think it works.
Honey, hurry up. Boogie Bob is on.
It's time for news and views you can use with your host, Boogie Bob, live. I spit the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Very short. I will have new segments. I will have cool things. A lot of you got in the comments yesterday on the unfortunate video. I'd love it if you get in the comments today and let me know what you'd like to see on the show. I would like to make it more enjoyable. I understand it's stale and that it can get stale. Doing the same show over and over and over and trying to make it fresh is not easy. I'm trying to get punched in the face at least once a week for your enjoyment. Please be kind. Please be loving. Be gracious and accepting. We're all different and we all need to be better and do better. And that starts with me. Thank you so much. God bless you. I love you all. And I will talk to you again very soon. I promise you the show will get better. It couldn't get worse. It couldn't get worse. God bless you.